Oh boy, I get to watch the live-action adventures of Spider-Man. Um, was I even watching the right show? Say, what time is it? That's right, it's hero time. Yes, hero time, when we look at the adaptations of superheroes in movie and TV. The good, the bad, and the spandex. We cover it all. In 1978, the Japanese company Toei and Marvel Comics did a 3-year deal, where each had free reign to use characters of the other. Marvel took several of Toei's fighting space robots and created Shogun Warriors, a rather successful comic book. Toei took the concept of Spider-Man and made this. Ladies and gentlemen, Japanese Spider-Man.
間違いなくマーベラーです。
マーベラーは宇宙へ飛び去ったはずだ。今から400年前。だがついにガリアのテレパシーが通じたらしく戻ってきよった。
しかしガリアは屍も同然。おいで。
鉄十字団のリーダーモンスター教授は400年前に地球にやってきた。そして戦闘機怪獣マシーンベムを完成させ地球侵略作戦が開始されたのだ。
So this is an interesting beginning. We've got our bad guys, Professor Monster, and his plan to use cyborg robots to conquer the Earth. He's been there for 400 years. And not once in those 4 centuries of time did he consider doing something else, like, say, using his advanced alien technology to implement a war, or affect human society, or do anything but sit on this cyborg ass all that time. Professor Monster sends his lieutenant out to kill a professor, an astroarchaeologist, before he can discover the crashing point of Marveler and use his technology to defeat the Iron Cross army. So she uses her miniaturized cyborg monster to kill the professor. That's a much less complicated plan than, simply shooting him. The professor's son, a 22-year-old motocross enthusiast named Takuya, has been summoned to the scene by a telepathic message.
どうしてこんなことに。近頃しきりと暗躍するインベーダーの一団がある。正体は定かではないが突き止める必要がある。拓也、それをやってくれ。俺が私がそれをやるつもりだった。父さん、父さん、父さん、貴様が父さんをこんな目に遭わせたのは。
Well, it appears that motocross skills are of little use against an army of beaked-faced soldiers, and now he's trapped in a canvas cave. However, he's not alone.
しっかりしろ。このままでは死んでしまう。スパイダーエキスを。スパイダーエキスのおかげで蘇ったのだ。私のテレパシーを受ける者は全宇宙にたった一人しかいない。それが君だ。
This man is Garia, the gentleman mentioned at the beginning. He's from the planet Spider, and had come to Earth 4 centuries earlier to seek revenge against the Iron Cross army when they attacked and destroyed his homeworld. So he was trapped in the cave. At least he's got a better excuse for not doing anything than Professor Monster does. Having kept himself alive through sheer willpower over the preceding 4 centuries, Garia transforms into a spider and becomes the mentor role.
スパイダープロテクターを着てスパイダーマンになるのだ。さあ、プロテクターを。
So then we see him in costume. It's not that bad. It's actually pretty accurate, and they do a nice job of showing off the powers.
藤田博士が誘拐されたわ。あの原子物理学者の藤田博士が？恐竜のようなものがさらったそうよ。
鉄十字団の仕業だ。スパイダーマン。スパイダー感覚で敵を感知せよ。スパイダー感覚。スパイダー感覚に感知あり。南東50キロの地点。
Following the bad guys to their secret base, which is guarded by the big-faced maidens at the front gate, thus not making it terribly secret, Takuya uses his spider powers to infiltrate the base and find the kidnapped scientist.
嫌だ。そんな恐ろしい兵器を作ることは私の両親が許さない。
悪魔の科学者になるの。
Oh, well, there you go. That's the perfect excuse not to become evil. Dude, I can't build a death ray. My mom would totally kill me.
誰だお前は。地獄からの使者、スパイダーマン。父とガリアの復讐を俺が果たす。
Well, his spider powers are making short work of the minions, so it's time for the lieutenant to send out the heavy guns.
暴君流おやり。
何者だ。鉄十字団マシンベム暴君流だ。行くぞ。
Powerful as he is, he certainly can't take care of this monster. There's only one thing to do. Summon his giant robot. What?
Marvel! Change Leopoldo!
バルゴンソードビッター。おのれスパイダーマンレオパルドン、鉄十字団の最大の敵が出現した。どんとこい鉄十字団、俺は戦うぞ。命ある限り。スパイダーマンとモンスター教授をリーダーとする鉄十字団との熾烈な戦いの幕が切って落とされたのだ。負けるなスパイダーマン。
And so, as the pilot ends, our hero drives off in his spider car, determined to defeat Professor Monster and the plans of the Iron Cross Army no matter what it takes. So that was Japanese Spider-Man. How was it? Pretty cool. Now, of course, what a lot of you are saying now is, that's not the real Spider-Man, this totally sucks. Well, you're half right. While it certainly isn't the original Spider-Man, I think they actually did a reasonably good job adapting the basic character. Of course, some of the villains may seem a little silly. I mean, what kind of a name is Professor Monster? Let's see now. Dr. Octopus, the Lizard, the Chameleon, Craven the Hunter. Yeah, that Professor Monster sounds like an incredibly silly name by comparison. Even the origin of his powers seems to make a bit more sense than being bitten by a radioactive spider. Of course, the idea of having a giant transforming robot in his command is a bit weird, but no stranger than some of the stuff that would later happen in the actual comic book. For those of you who may think this giant monster, giant robot attack thing is a little familiar, there's a reason for that. This idea, primarily intended to sell toys, was later incorporated into future series of Super Sentai, which became the basic source for Power Rangers. So if it wasn't for this show, we wouldn't have the Power Rangers that we know today. So overall, I think this is actually pretty good. It's entertaining, it's goofy in the right places, the costume is pretty accurate, and the general sort of spider-like movements and ability to climb walls are pretty good. So as an adaptation, and as a show in its own right, I'm going to give this 3.5 maple leaves out of 5. If you can find it, it's definitely worth a watch. I'm some Canadian critic, and I'll see you at the video store.
Spa 地獄からの使者スパイダーマン。